If you're just joining us, that was Crucify by Ozzy. It's off his new album. And we're going to go back to the interview that I did with him a couple of weeks ago. I'm just kind of, again, this is like an overlay, just dropping in songs at points in the interview where I probably would have had to take the breaks anyway and play the songs, because that was the purpose of this, to promote the album. And it really is fucking great, man. If you don't have it, get it. It's Scream. It's on iTunes. It's all over the place. All right, that was Crucify. Now let's go back to the interview. Well, you've always been a guy, too, that always put, even way back with Sabbath, you've always put some softer songs.
Oh, yeah.
Like a
She's Gone. I don't know about you, but some kids like it, it's their prerogative, you know. But if I put an album on, it's like first driving song, the next a driving song, the next. I like to put light and shade. It's like a journey, you know. It's like at the end of this album, Scream, there's like a short one at the end of the album. It's like, you know, we all must stand together now, one moment before, for all the years you stood by me, God bless all of you all, which is the lyric and in its entirety, and that's what I say at the end of the concert. Anyway, you know, so no doubt at the end of my concert I'll be singing that.
It's one of my favorite things. It's 1 minute and 4 seconds, the last song on Scream, and I was telling my friend before you came, it's one of my favorite things you've ever done. It's just it's a very simple 1 minute thing, and it's so sincere and it's heartfelt. Yeah. And I love the fact that your love affair with the fans is very obvious as a fan.
Yeah, I love them,
and it's obvious when you meet them. Yesterday when you came out, and you know you came in, you looked a little sleepy, and then you walked out, and as soon as they roared when they saw you, it was like you come alive.
They keep me alive. They keep me going. I mean, people. When you reach 60, people go, "Think this is your last tour? This is your last album?" I've always said that I'll carry on until they stop wanting. They'll let me know when they've had enough. They won't turn up to the gigs, you know.
Do you want to because I remember years ago I went to the retirement tour, and do you find that when you take some time off, you start to jones to go back on the road?
Well, it's like when I'm on the road, I want to be at home. When I'm at home, I want to be on the road because I'm never in the right place. I mean, it's all right until I get a cold or my voice blows out or something. That's when it becomes difficult. But I try the best I can. I've done memorable shows when I've gone and I can't even talk, and I've explained to the audience they just love me for turning up, you know.
That's, well, again, you never think of that as a fan. It's just you're so there with you're never just standing there,
yeah,
kind of detached from the audience. You're telling the audience, "I love you, God bless you," and we hear it, and people believe it, and people know that you mean it.
Well, I mean, there's a certain amount of rock and rollers in the world that go on stage, and it's like the thing that they project is the audience are privileged to see them. That is not the case for me. I'm really genuinely happy. I'm happy to see them, not the other way around. And
you're headlining. You're doing some Ozfest dates this year. I think I'm not sure exactly how many you're doing. I know you're going out.
I think it's 6 or 7.
Is it 6 or 7?
Yeah.
And I know you're going out with Motley Crue, and I think you guys took 2009 off. You didn't come out.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to getting back on the road? Are you going a little buggy?
Oh, yeah. I'm doing the album rounds right now. I was working on the album for 18 months on and off. I mean, I did the book in the middle of it, and then I went back to it, and then Kevin did some work, and then he came back. And all in all, it was like 6 or 7 months.
When you started, you know, you're this broke kid, this teenager, and I know you worked in the horn factory, and you were probably headed for prison, like you've said.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you think this was going to go when you finally got together with Tony and Geezer and Bill?
I just thought it was going to be an album or maybe 2, and that was it, you know. I mean, 42 years later, I'm still doing it. I can't. Sometimes I have to pinch myself to remember what happened, you know.
When did you realize in the beginning, like, this is something that's not just going to come and go very quickly?
I still don't. I mean, I still think I'm the luckiest man in the world, you know. But without them people out there buying it, I wouldn't be here, you know. I know. Hopefully, I'll give them a good ride along the way. But it's wonderful. It's a gift.
You've come. It's when you guys came to America. It was word of mouth. I mean, you started on, and the radio wasn't going to give you what you deserved.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time you crossed the country, they all knew who you were.
Yeah.
And these days, you don't really have that.
It's a completely different scene now.
Yeah.
When somebody was telling me that new bands have to give half their publishing and half their concessions and half their gig money to the record company, I'm going, what the hell is that all about? You know. I mean, the reason one of the main things I'm happy about the Ozfest is we gave a lot of launch pad for unknown bands that would not have ordinarily got and got off. I mean, a lot of successful bands came off the Ozfest.
And I know Motley Crue is on the tour this year, and the last time you toured with them...
In 1984, it was like the Bedlam and Mayhem tour.
It wasn't the most sober tour.
Oh, I remember one time being in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was drinking in a benny hole, drinking sake out of a soup bowl. The next time I'm waking up in the middle of a freeway and I feel in the darkness because I wanted to take a leak. And I don't know now. I got there and then I'm behind a car on the side of the freeway. I didn't even know I was on a freeway at first. Then I unzipped my fly and I was just trying to take a pee and this blue light went, woo! And there was a cop woman. She said, when you finish shaking that thing, your ass is going to jail. So I spent the night in Memphis jail.
No, Ozzy was just talking about, we're back, this is Jim Norton, we're back out of the interview. I'm going to play another song. Ozzy was just talking about shaking that thing. I remember the first time I met him was at MTV, and I tried to follow him into the bathroom because I was so starstruck that it was Ozzy. And his guy stopped me. He's like, oh, he's just going to go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, okay. I felt like such a fucking creep. But I really wanted to see what he was packing because I'm curious. Not in a gay way, but out of, respect. All right, whatever. This is a tune called Fearless off the new album. It's another great one. I love every song on this album, so it's kind of easy to say that. But this is Fearless by Ozzy.